Let's crochet this little octopus. I'm calling it that because it's got 8 little nubbies. I understand they're not long. You can call it a sea squishy or whatever you want. For this tutorial, I used a 3.5mm hook. I believe for this one, I used either a 4mm hook or a 4.5mm hook, and it is a bit bigger. If you have tight tension, I recommend using a larger hook size. If you have loose tension, a 3.5 might be good for you. I'll be using US terms. Materials are listed up next. We'll go through each step of the way. Otherwise, let's get started. Grab some acrylic yarn, medium 4 weight in any color, scissors, stuffing, a 3.5mm hook. You can go bigger if you want, yarn needle, 8mm safety eyes with their backings, and some stitch markers. All right, let's get started. Grab your yarn and hook. Start by making magic circle. I'm referring to this end as the tail end and this end as the working end. Take the tail end in your 2 fingers and thumb. I'm right-handed, so this is my left hand. Hold the tail end with your thumb. Wrap the working end around your fingers so that there's an X on the back of your hand. Hold the working end with your thumb as well. Flip. Now go under the yarn closest to your fingertips and pull the yarn closest to your knuckles through. Turn your hook, grab that yarn closest to your knuckles, and pull it through the loop on your hook. Wiggle, wiggle. Take your other hand and hold there. Switching fingers, I'm going to take the working end, yarn over, and chain 1. Pull through that loop on your hook. Untangle the tail. Now when you pull the tail, it should cinch closed. Don't close it all the way yet. For this first round, we're going to work this tail end into our stitches. Insert your hook into the loop. Make sure that tail's worked into your stitch. Yarn over and pull through. 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through. That is 1 single crochet. Now make 8 in total, and I'll meet you back here. I'm gonna put my stitch marker in the last stitch. You could put it in the first or in this loop, it's up to you. Now we can pull the tail to cinch it closed. For round 2, I'm increasing, and an increase is 2 single crochet stitches into 1 stitch. I secured the tail in the first few, so insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over and pull through. That's 1 single crochet stitch. Now in the same stitch, we'll do 1 more. And that's an increase. That's increasing our width from 8 stitches to 16 stitches. Finish that around and I'll meet you back here. Since I secured this tail enough, I'm gonna just cut it so it's out of the way. And I move the same stitch marker up as I go. You can use multiple different ones or do that. From rounds 3 through 7, we're just going to single crochet into each stitch. And I will meet you back here after round 7. We are back after round 7. We were just working on the length of our little guy. For round 8, we're just going to be working in the front loops only. So when we insert our hook, there's 2 loops on our hook, and the loop facing us is the front loop, and the loop facing away from us is the back loop. We're going to work 5 half double crochets in the front loop only, and then a slip stitch, and we'll repeat that around. 2 half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, and we're working into that front loop only. 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through. Now we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. And we're doing 5 into the same stitch. There's 2. There's 4. Last one is 5. And then a slip stitch in the front loop only in the next stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull that loop through and straight through the loop on your hook. So we're repeating that pattern, 5 half double crochet stitches and then a slip stitch. I'll meet you back here. Then when you get to the last stitch, it should just be a slip stitch. and you should end with 8 tentacles. For round 9, we are going to work into the back loops of round 8, which you can see is this line here. I'm working right in. You can chain 1, but I'm not gonna. So I'm going to just work a single crochet around for round 9. So there's going to be 1 loop on our hook, which is the back loop of round 8, and just single crochet across, and you should end up with 16 total stitches. I'm going to take a break here to add the eyes and stuff. So I'll pull this string nice and long. I'm adding the eyes between rounds 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right here and here. Once they're how you like them, put the safety backings on. Grab your stuffing and pull it apart, then fill gradually. I'm going to add a little more after I do another round. Round 10, I'm going to invisible decrease around. This is considered the first stitch in this round, so I'm going to move my stitch marker up here. To invisible decrease, we are going to make sure we're not working in that stitch because that's technically round 8. We're just working into round 9. We're going to insert our hook into the front loops only in the next 2 stitches. Yarn over and pull this loop through these 2 front loops. You should now have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through. That is combining 2 stitches together to decrease our width. I'll show one more here. I'll meet you back here. Now we should have something like this. Now we can fasten off in either the last stitch or the first stitch. And to do that, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through to make a slip stitch. Then chain 1, so yarn over and pull through. Leave a few inches for the tail because we're going to sew closed. We can cut here. Now I'm going to add a little more stuffing in here, but the bottom's going to be flat, so just make sure you add enough that you want it to just be up here. Now we can take the tail and the yarn needle and pull it right through. Then we'll weave this tail in between the tops of the last stitches. And then when we pull, it should cinch closed. I like to secure the bottom with a double knot. Then we take the end and we can weave it right into our work. Pull that away from the body so we're not cutting too close to our work, and then we can take our scissors. That's all I have for this little guy. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions. I will see you in the next video. Bye!